What's going on?
Hello, VOD people. We are here with the Christmas commercials bracket. We kind of just threw it together a couple days ago because, you know, we've been doing Christmas brackets the past few years. We've done Christmas songs, Christmas commercials, and now we've got characters. And joining me today, a combination we've never had before on stream, we have PJ and RegularGF. My two biggest ops united at once. Really good stuff. Actually, no, Vodka's not here. If Vodka was here, it would be just like a total pummeling. But how are you guys?
Absolutely.
Long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, things are looking better. Things are looking up. I'm really happy. RegularGF and I were buddies before you two started dating, so I think that this is long overdue.
Well, we've all been buddies before we started dating. Like, you didn't know her before I knew her.
No. But what I mean is that, like, outside the context of the relationship, like,
correct?
We were friends.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's awkward because, you know, I called PJ babe before I called my girlfriend babe. So when I say babe on this, I guess I'm referring to PJ. I'll call PJ babe and I'll call my girlfriend RegularGF.
It's that's okay. I'm irregular girlfriend. You're regular girlfriend, and it's fine.
Well, before we get started on the bracket, I wanted to ask you, PJ. This is kind of unrelated. I mean, it's Christmas related, but have you been with your boyfriend for one Christmas or two now?
One. This is our first Christmas together.
First Christmas,
although we've known each other for forever.
So, are you guys giving each other gifts?
Oh my God, so many.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But physical presence as well.
Right, yes, of course. So, are you going to be an adult and wait until at least Christmas Eve, or are you kind of like drip feeding the presents?
I've already started giving her presents, yes.
Yeah, same. Absolutely same. Yeah. Last 2 years, we were pretty good, right? I think we probably waited until 24th, right?
I want to say so.
But this year, we're taking like a Hanukkah approach and we started doing one a day. And I think that's really fun.
Like a multivitamin.
Well, we were talking about it.
Yeah. Why am I talking about it? Just because I think it's...
No. I said we were talking about it. Yeah. And I feel like if it's, you got a bunch of gifts and then like you're sitting there watching each other open it and you just like fly through them and you don't get a chance to like sit with one, you know?
Right.
That's so true, bestie.
Like, I just think it's more fun to have it kind of drawn out.
I don't know what we would normally do because he and I are traveling across the country for the holidays and we're traveling together. But we got each other a bunch of different presents, and then it became really impractical to take it all with us.
Right.
So we're saving some things for actual Christmas, but we've been opening and spreading the love, as it were.
Yeah. See, I just think you get to appreciate each individual gift. It's not all like one explosion of presents and then you're done. RegularGF had this initially in my stocking, but I saw it. It's this Luigi fan. I'm holding it up. Right now.
Oh no! United Healthcare, get down.
Yeah, I think that's maybe why she got it for me. It has the most plain, technically candies at the bottom here, and she was like, "I knew you were gonna pick this up in Five Below and not end up buying it," so she bought it.
Wait, what kind of candies are they?
It's
good?
just like
it's like shitty.
It's like multicolored, like non-fruit flavored candy. Like it's just sugar.
The candies nuts in your mouth. Sorry.
Oh man, I should have fucking known. Anytime PJ says candy, that's what's coming. Anyway, really excited about that. That was in my stocking, so that was an early thing. She also got me a Survivor t-shirt, and this, The Tribe Has Spoken. Look at that. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this, but I like it a lot.
I'll see it in 20 seconds on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I also pulled up the stream as well.
Fun stuff. All right, so let's get into this. Well, first of all, we do have to supplant Ebenezer Scrooge into one of these. Do you guys want to do that, like, once we get to something that we don't really care about, or do you just want to, like... I mean, Delibird was the one that I knew about, but you guys don't really have any strong feelings on.
I kind of think
Elf
on
tell
the
you
Shelf
who
is
that
a
is.
burner.
Sorry, PJ,
well,
go ahead.
I'm not a big Pokemon. I'm not a big Pokemon person anyway. So I wouldn't have voted for that, but I don't think Elf on the Shelf is gonna get through. Regardless, like I want to replace a burner with Scrooge.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
okay.
So either one of those, I think.
I kind of like the matchup of Buddy versus Scrooge.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Like very antithetical personalities. Okay, so Ebenezer
That's
Scrooge.
you and vodka.
Yeah, there you go. Which one am I?
Which one do you think?
I think I know. All right, well, we're gonna get into our first round here. I tried to seed these accordingly. I tried to put the Titans in the 1 seeds and the lesser knowns, not exactly staples, in the 8 seed. First up, we have from, I guess, the song, but most famously the special, Frosty the Snowman. Frosty, a big presence in the chat, regardless of which way you slice it. And then we have Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is kind of like me in 2021 before I shaved the beard. Although, if I'm looking at it now, I really don't like Yukon's beard. Are you looking at it?
Am I supposed to be clicking these links?
You can if you want, or you can just watch my stream, whatever's easier.
Oh, spooky.
It looks like hamburger meat. I really don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, his mustache looks like bacon.
Yeah, it's like his whole face is like this meat situation. Do you guys
have
a
nice
strong
high quality
feelings?
picture?
Yeah, it is really high quality, isn't it?
Why is it a puppet?
Do you guys like the Rankin Bass? I mean, I know RegularGF likes the Rankin Bass, but how do you feel about those, PJ?
Oh, I love them. I freaking love Rankin Bass. I mean, there are some that are stronger than others.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I like Rankin Bass as a company though, because they do stuff outside of Christmas. I was actually telling RegularGF that they did a whole series of Wizard of Oz cartoons in the 60s.
Oh yeah. She was telling me about that too.
Yeah, it's an acid trip.
Yeah, that's neat. Well, I would say I prefer, as a special, I prefer the one that Yukon's from, which is Rudolph. But I do think as a character, Frosty is just generally more fun. This guy's just like a mountaineering winter man, Like, I don't really have a strong connection to
I have
to
a
him.
strong connection with Frosty, though. Like, I know that the Rankin Bass cartoon for Frosty is, like, kind of whatever, but they kept making them. Like, there's, like, extended lore, he's
Frosty
got
Returns.
a wife, he's got kids.
Yeah.
In the, what is it called? Christmas in July, where they go to that circus, and he's got the kids. That one's a lot of fun for me. Yeah. So, I think just because I have more Frosty in my life, I'm more partial to him than Yukon, who's only in, like, maybe 2 specials.
Yeah. I think he's only... Is he returning, like, the Rudolph sequel? I don't even remember.
I don't remember watching the Rudolph sequel, because it was CGI slop.
Yeah.
The New Year one?
I think so. There's a New Year's one, but
they made a computer animated Rankin Bass Rudolph sequel, like, 20 years ago,
it's like about the Misfit
say?
Toys, isn't it? Like, it's all about the toy
I don't
island.
remember.
I remember my sister watching it, but I mean, I would go Frosty on this. RegularGF, where do you come down on that?
I mean, I honestly couldn't care less about Frosty. I find him kind of, I don't know. I think his personality I don't find very fun.
Did you cheer when he died at the end?
Absolutely not. I would never. But also, Yukon like saves the day. He gets the Bumble. That's
true. He does come in clutch with the Bumble, which is was cut from the bracket because I figured, he's not going to make it very far. But that's true.
Well, listen, I'll let it be Frosty though. I'm outnumbered anyway, so.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, can we clip where RegularGF was saying I don't like Frosty, and then
no, don't do that to me.
Poor Frosty.
Don't do that to me.
Frosty and Frosty's husband are the only 2 people from like my Twitch YouTube life that we've met. So that's like a really difficult relationship to burn.
No. Yikes.
Enough.
Where is Frosty?
I don't know. She's probably
she'll be gone again someday.
Yeah, she'll be back again. For some reason this isn't working bracket-wise, but I think it would also be fun to hypothesize which of the characters would win in a fight, as if this were a battle bracket. Oh. I do think in that case it is Yukon. Like, he's built.
For sure. Is that what we're doing?
Right through his snow.
Right, exactly.
Oh, for sure. Oh, death becomes her, like, circle in the stomach.
Yeah.
All that Frosty's got is this corncob pipe. I don't think that's going to do much. What is his nose made out of in the Rankin Bass canon?
Button.
It's just a button? Isn't it usually a carrot, though? In the song, it's also a button?
No. Corn cob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal.
Right, yeah, you're right. So, I don't know, I guess I always made... When we did snowmen, we would always give him a carrot nose, because that's just more fun, but... Alright, next up, we have the 4 seed from the Polar Express, the Tom Hanks Conductor, versus the 5th seed, Kris Kringle from Miracle on 34th Street. I love Miracle on 34th Street. I've only seen it like 1 or 2 times within like the past 5 years, I think, was the first time I watched it. I think this guy is like a top-tier Santa, whereas I don't like the Polar Express. I know it's one of RegularGF's faves, so I guess, like, tell me why I'm wrong on this, but he creeps me out, the conductor.
The Polar Express isn't my favorite, though, because of the conductor.
No, I know that. But I'm just saying there's going to be
I'm sorry,
two other...
It isn't my favorite, but I'm probably higher on it than most.
Right. I think for me, it's like that epitome of, like Uncanny Valley CGI. There's going to be 2 other Polar Express characters in here. Like, none of them are standouts to me. But, I mean, I do like the Hot Chocolate song. I do, like, that's my favorite conductor moment, is when he's just losing his fucking mind doing Hot Chocolate, so... I would personally err toward Kris Kringle, but how do you guys feel?
Kris Kringle for me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is just Tom Hanks with dead eyes.
Yeah, look at him. You know nothing about Christmas and cheer.
There's no crying in Christmas.
There's no crying at the North Pole.
Oh my god, we're too close.
Way too close.
Oh my god, it's so realistic.
Look at that mustache. Enough.
Well, I'm glad that we have, like, an educated panel here, because I feel like, you know, depending on the crowd we have, we would maybe like, oh, it's a black and white movie, we gotta enhance, or, advance Polar Express.
Whatever.
But
I don't care what these up on the housetop truthers say about
yeah, the same people
none of those
who wanted up on the housetop. Yeah, we're not gonna bow to them. I don't think anyone's really pulling for the conductor, though, in the chat, to be fair.
Choo-choo.
I don't know, like, Polar Express came out in, what, like, 2004? So I was in, like, grade school. I remember it being on the TV... I know, sorry. I remember it being on the bus TVs on a field trip, and everyone being all about it, and I was playing Mario Kart DS. So I don't know, I don't have any connection to it, but I do love this. I think this is, like, such a quintessential Santa Claus. It's like, the whole plot of the movie is, like, basically it's like a court drama. Like, it turns into that at the end. I think it's really fun, so.
Well, I mean, legally, that is Santa. We have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, that's how they solved it at the end of the day. It was like a legal loophole or something. They, like, found a bunch of mail addressed to him, and that's how they proved that he was real. It is surprisingly a funny movie as well. Alright, I guess we're continuing the Polar Express here. We have the hero girl, which, this picture, RegularGF, you showed me,
oh my god, yeah.
It was like a meme of, like, me wondering why my posture, like, why my back hurts all the time. It's, like, also me, always sitting like this. And her official name is Hero Girl, by the way. None of the
only named character is Billy.
Billy, yeah.
In the
and
whole
that
movie.
goes up against Jack Frost, which I find him...
no.
I find him really disturbing. So I'm inclined...
No, he's so scary.
This movie bummed me out pretty significantly.
Okay, so
it's
PJ,
sad.
I haven't seen the movie. Could you guys explain to me, like, the gist of it? I generally kind of know about it vaguely, but, like, what happens?
Well, I mean, I don't know if Geef has seen it sooner, more recently than I have, but from what I remember, there is this dad who I think is a musician, and he doesn't get to spend a lot of time with his kid, and then I think he gets into a car accident, and he's like reincarnated as the snowman that he built with his son.
Yeah. And then it, like, gets really sad because obviously, like, you know, winter ends.
Right, so is it a sad ending? Like, is it not a happy ending?
I
don't remember being particularly happy.
I think he just...
I was probably devastated. I was like,
Sounds
wow,
like...
this kid lost his dad again.
Sounds like you guys blocked this out. This was...
Well, who wouldn't block out this face?
Oh,
who would not block out that face?
Is Michael Keaton the dad?
Yeah.
I think so.
And his name is actually Jack Frost prior to becoming a snowman? Kind of,
I think that was, like, his stage name. right? And then he like.
Okay. Yeah, it says he's the vocalist and harmonica player of the Jack Frost band, and he dies in a car accident. So it says Jack tells a disheartened Charlie that he must leave. Snowman shell dissipates, revealing a human Jack in an ethereal form. Jack tells Charlie he will always be with him, and after bidding his wife and son farewell, he returns to the afterlife. So I guess it's like a complete bummer ending, but it's not great. Also, he has a cork nose. That's not what you're supposed to do for the nose, right? Can we all agree? Like buttons, carrots.
No,
some of us don't have waste that carrot and put it in its head money, Patrick.
That's true. I'm sorry. I grew up in a bougie household where we had carrots to spare. I apologize.
Jesus.
Can we stop zooming in?
Yeah, sorry.
I've had enough.
Well, I guess we're gonna advance Hero Girl. It seems like nobody is like a big Jack Frost guy.
I'm not a big Hero Girl fan either, for the record.
But no, I love Hero Girl. She looks out for the underdog. She looks out for the underdog.
It doesn't like she get her. They try to kick her off the train, don't they?
Well, because Hero Boy loses her ticket, like an nincompoop.
But it's his fault, not her fault. But she tries to take the fall for him. Yeah. So, doesn't she also hide her hot chocolate because it's too hot?
Yes, she wanted to. No, she hid it because she wanted to give it to Billy.
She's the best character in Polar Express, but because I don't really care about Polar Express, I don't really care about her in the pantheon of Christmas canon. Everyone,
fair,
chill out.
Like, okay, is Jack Frost more iconic of a character than someone named Hero Girl? Probably, right?
No, because he's not even Jack Frost the character. It's a pun based off of the character of Jack Frost.
That's
you know what
fair.
I mean?
He's not the Jack Frost of nipping on your nose fame from the song.
No.
He's just
I mean, I'd be okay if Michael Keaton nipped on my nose, but like, that's not what that is.
Would you really?
Yeah, he's hot. Yeah, he's hot.
Like a Michael Keaton. I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay, well.
For a 73-year-old guy, yeah, he's not too bad.
He's not. It's not for you, Pat. We're not talking about you.
That's fair. Totally fair. All right, we'll advance Hero Girl. I don't know, my bracket's just broken. I have to manually advance them, whatever. All right, we have two characters of varying ages here. We have Kevin McAllister from Home Alone versus the old man, Mr. Parker from A Christmas Story. Trash Prime, thank you for the 21 months. Okay, so I know that everyone much prefers Home Alone over A Christmas Story.
I know.
Christmas Story is my favorite movie, not just Christmas movie, but any movie ever. I love the old man. He's my favorite character in that movie. But I know he has no chance here. But I'll just say, like, I think Kevin is kind of a bastard. I don't think, like, everyone remembers Home Alone as, like, oh, Kevin has such a shitty family. And he does. But Kevin, like, he needles them. Okay? He fucking pokes and prods at them. And I'm not, like, that upset when his mom is, like, giving him a hard time and makes him sleep in the attic or whatever. So I don't think he's, like, this little angel that we should all just be praising blindly. That's my Kevin rant.
No. I was going to say the exact same thing. I think Mr. Parker is just a much better character. In the I mean, I love Kevin.
Guy. Yeah.
I love Macaulay Culkin. I love Home Alone. But I fucking love the old man.
He's so good.
I agree with everything.
He has his own fucking language of Midwestern curse words when he's fixing the furnace, or the Bumpuses come in and steal a turkey. He's just a good dad.
Bumpuses!
Not a finger! Yeah. Sons of bitches! Bumpuses!
Sons of bitches!
I love him. Like, God.
Have you gone to the house? I guess you probably would
No,
have,
no, I haven't.
Because it's in Ohio, I finally went a couple years ago.
I didn't know it was in Ohio.
Yes, it's in Cleveland. It was a formative experience for me. Only the outside. The inside is, like, totally different.
Yeah.
Because
right.
But yeah, they film the outside in Cleveland, and you can go still, I believe, if you're near Ohio. Near
we got to get there at some point. That's a bucket list object.
Yeah.
Yeah, RegularGF watched A Christmas Story for the first time probably 2 years ago for our first Christmas together.
Oh.
We watched it again with her because her parents had never seen it, so she didn't grow up watching it. But we watched it all together a couple days ago, and your dad really liked it. He was laughing a lot at a lot of the bits.
He loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the wine we were all drinking, so it could have been the wine. But
no,
I mean, I love it just as much as the first time I watched it.
The sequel, the Legacy sequel that came out relatively recently, not bad.
I actually, I thought it was quite. I'd like to watch it again
sometime
sometime this year. Yeah, because we watched it probably only a couple days after you watched it for the first time, the original.
Mm-hmm. So I could like connect all the dots.
Yeah, it'd be good to go back and watch that again.
The story is part of a book of collections by the author, who was the narrator in the movie.
Right.
In God We Trust. All Others Pay Cash, I think is what it's called. And it's just a good time.
Yeah.
He's a great storyteller.
It's just a sweet movie. I think the old man is, he's got the rough exterior, but he's really a sweet guy. Like, Ralphie really wants the BB gun all Christmas season, and he can't get it from anybody that he pleads to. And he gets from the last person who he thinks would, like, hear him out on it, which is his dad. And in the sequel, like, the dad passes away, and it's all about him trying to make Christmas special for his family, the son. So I think it's so nice, so lovely. So I guess, are we advancing the old man? I know, like, the chat's not gonna love that, but
I want to.
I would.
Okay. Hell yeah, I'm happy about it. Sorry, Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin.
Kevin! Oh, RegularGF and I also watched Home Alone 2 recently. We watched both of them, but Home Alone 2 more recently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to, like, give your Home Alone 2 take?
I could not stand the whole movie. I don't know why. I just was like, why is this taking forever?
Yeah, I did think
you
it got
saw
dragged.
When you were like, I'm out for the rest of the movie.
I just think, like, the actual New York stuff and the hotel is fun, but then, like, once it's Marv and Harry at the end, like, it really drags, I think. Like, it's like half an hour of
That's how I felt. Like, the pacing was off to me.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, like, he did his shenanigans in, like, a remodeled house. Because then there's, like, the pacing is off, the stakes are off. It's like, this isn't... If it were in the hotel, that'd be fun. If it were in the toy store, it would be fun. But it's in this fucking shell of a house.
Yeah, it is weird. It's like, how is Kevin so intimately familiar with this house that he's never been to? Like, at least if it was, like, the toy store or something, like, he had spent some time there earlier in the movie. But he, like, shows up to the house and, like, has everything he needs and just owns the wet bandits again. Also, yeah, unfortunate cameo in Home Alone 2. Two of them, actually, because you also have Rob Schneider in a fairly prominent role, so it's rough all around. Okay, so Old Man advances there over Kevin. We have Kris Kringle / Santa Claus. This is from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Rankin Bass special, and that goes up against Delibird, which, when I was initially making the list of characters, I put Delibird on, and RegularGF was like, what the fuck is Delibird? And I was like, he's a Santa Pokemon. Like, that's his whole thing. He's got, his tail is his bag. It doesn't really make any sense, but it all depends on the angle that you show him from, you know? I don't really...
I wonder what he tastes like.
Yeah, does he taste like chicken? Is he a penguin? Like, what species is he supposed to be? He flies, though, so I don't really know what his deal is.
Okay, well, fuck this bird.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, get him off my screen.
No, I know. I just thought it'd be fun to have a video game Christmas character. We also had Jingle from Animal Crossing.
Cute with his little red strap beard when he starts growing one.
Right.
You know, I have a soft spot for Mickey Rooney, who plays Santa in most of the Rankin Bass stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he's Mickey Rooney in this first one, and then The Year Without a Santa Claus comes after. It's not like a hard sequel, but I believe it's Mickey Rooney in that as well, right?
Yeah, he's in it in a couple, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think he's the Rudolph Santa, but he's definitely the Santa in those two.
Rudolph Santa was first, so that would have...
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's established it, yeah.
I think this guy's cool. He's not like the first Santa that I think of, but I like his little penguin sidekick. I like the one foot in front of the other song.
Yeah.
He's cute. I never knew that Santa was a ginger before his hair grayed. That's neat continuity or a neat lore fact there. You know what I don't love, though? I don't love the song that he sings in the town square that I think they cut out of the TV broadcast. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's all about how he will give you a toy if you give him a kiss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you sit on my lap today, a kiss and a toy is the price you'll pay. I don't like that.
Okay.
So
I'm down with it.
But outside of that,
yeah, I'll do
it. You'll do it? You'll sit on Mickey Rooney,
yeah.
Santa Puppet's lap.
That Mickey Rooney, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And what? Oh my god. Everybody, you need to chill. You knew what was happening when I got invited.
You knew PJ was gonna be here. No, yeah, I mean, that problematic moment aside, you can't really justify putting Delibird above him, so we'll move along Kris Kringle. Back to Polar Express. We're getting them all out of the way early. We have Hero Boy. There he is. Versus Cindy Lou Who. RegularGF.
Bond picture?
Oh my god.
RegularGF, you're a big Cindy Lou Who fan, aren't you?
I think Cindy Lou Who is so stinking cute.
She is cute.
But see, like, she doesn't do much in the cartoon.
That's true. I mean, okay, so we kind of had we had a minor disagreement about, like, okay, we're talking the Grinch, right? Are we putting on the 60s cartoon Grinch characters or the 2000 live action Grinch characters? And you were pushing for the live action, RegularGF was.
And I get it. It's not the original, right? I get that. But, like, when I think of the Grinch, that's my definitive version, because I didn't really grow up watching the cartoon.
Yeah, that's just...
that also could be a rare experience.
Right, because I grew up with the cartoon, and I first watched the live-action one when we started dating. That was, like, our Christmas exchange. I watched The Grinch, and he watched Christmas Story. Will there be a Hanukkah bracket next week to celebrate our Jewish friends like Got Vodka? We're going to have Adam Sandler for 8 Crazy Nights, or The Lock-Key That Would Not Stop Screaming, which is a book. Yeah, if anyone can find me 16 Hanukkah characters, sure.
8 Crazy Nights, directed by Seth Kearsley, who did the Kingdom Hearts pilot.
Oh, yeah, wow, it's all connected. Crazy. Oh, yeah, there was a Grinch sequel, wasn't there? The Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. Did you ever see that, either of you?
No.
The crossover.
Oh, funny.
No, I did see the computer animated Grinch.
I never saw that. Did you see that, RegularGF?
That's when it came out in what?
The Illumination one, right?
Yeah, the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch.
Wait. Benedict Cumberbatch?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch? Yeah. Oh no, that's the Tyler the Creator song. Why is it giving me that?
That was like 2010s, right?
Oh yeah, the 2018 one. Is that one you mean? I don't know if I ever saw that or not, honestly.
I haven't.
I kind of saw it against my will, but it was fine. It's not gonna beat it, you know?
Right.
No.
For the purposes of the bracket, we can like factor in the live action Cindy Lou who I think is like way more prominent in that movie. Like I think the cartoon one, the one pictured here, she just shows up when he's raiding that specific house and then never again.
It's a short. It's not
It's not a whole feature length.
Kind of the only other character in it other than the Grinch and Max.
Yeah,
but, like it is a major role for what the short is.
That is true. Yeah. So factoring in both this appearance and the live action one, I'm fine with putting her above Hero Boy.
For sure.
The main character of Polar Express.
I mean, honestly, Hero Boy gives me the same energy as Kevin McAllister.
Really?
Like, he's such a disgruntled little boy.
Yeah.
And, like, he just, like, has such an attitude for, like, 85% of the movie. Yeah. It takes him, like, the last 10 minutes when Santa is literally in fucking front of him to be like, oh, maybe Santa's real. Oh, okay, no shit, dude. You're on a train.
Yeah, that's very frustrating. And he has the full set of pajamas and bathrobe combo, which is just rich and pretentious.
That's obnoxious.
That's overkill.
Right.
Obnoxious. And the slippers too, fucking ankles out. Oh my god.
Like, okay, you probably have a boat. We get it.
You probably got a fat yacht. We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And RegularGF, you have a pair of Cindy Lou Who and Max pajamas. So.
Oh my god, they're my favorite.
That's like her Christmas uniform.
I've been wearing them nonstop. I literally say, I wash them, I put them back on. My
she says to me, "Getting back in my uniform." Yeah. So, we got merch. All right, we're moving on. We have Hermie in the 3 seed from Rudolph versus the Snow Miser from Year Without Santa.
Oh, this is awesome.
This is tough because I really like both of these. Also, Rex, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate that. Yeah, we were.
Blondie boy.
Hermie's so
Hermie
cute.
is the kind of gay I thought I would be, and Yukon Cornelius is the kind of gay I ended up being.
The Hermie to Yukon pipeline. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so like, I am willing to make. Let me just see who Heat Miser's up against. We have to make a deal here. Oh, that's tough. Fuck. Because I love the Miser Brothers. This is the special that I watched the most with my mom growing up. She always loved the Misers, especially the Heat Miser, because she hates the cold, she hates the snow, so she was always a big Heat Miser groupie. So I love the Heat Miser song. The Snow Miser, I feel like his song is a bit more upbeat, and probably the lyrics are actually better as well, but I just like the design and the attitude of Heat Miser better. Hermie is just so fucking adorable. Is it, like, invented for the special that he wants to be... Like, he's invented for the special, right? Like, he's not from a book or a song or anything. What a random thing that he wants to be a dentist. I guess it makes sense, right? You got kids eating candy all, around Christmas. They're rotting their teeth out. There's probably a big market for, a dentistry
but
office.
That's also why I don't really... That's why I don't fuck with him. Because he's like... He's like a narc. Like, he's here to ruin your good time.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're getting all that candy. I'm gonna have to fix your teeth, idiot.
Right. And he's missing elf practice to work on the doll's teeth. Which I love.
You don't have health
work.
Insurance.
Yeah, Hermie telling you can't afford your fucking crown because you don't have insurance.
You can have this. We have a care card. That's a different service.
Yeah. God, that hits really close to home as somebody who is dentally uninsured. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Thanks a lot, Twitch.
It's really like a line of credit.
It's like a line of credit.
Let's zoom right in.
Yeah, I just want everyone to really bask in the glow of Hermie.
Oh, God.
I think his design is really cute, even if he is a bit of a narc.
He's adorable, but it's not just about design, it's about the character,
You're right.
I feel like all of the Rankin Bass puppets... Oh, sorry, PJ.
No, go on.
I just feel like all the Rankin Bass puppets look dirty.
Like they need a shower.
They look dusty. Yeah. Look at Hermie's nose. Like, he's got dirt on his nose.
Because he's stuck in the factory all day making toys. He's got sawdust
like, even
on
their
him.
hands. Like, if you go back to Yukon Cornelius's picture, he had, like, dirt in his little hands.
He does. He does. You're right. Yeah, they're musty dusty, these puppets. I mean, Snow Miser looks kind of clean. Good fit.
Yeah, but he also looks like he was in a very unfortunate... I mean, can I say bukkake? No? Okay. He looks like he was in an unfortunate something.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
That's not untrue, PJ. It's really just his nose. Also, I guess he kind of has,
look at the top of his fucking head.
I was gonna say, like, he has, like, this kind of ice shell bowl cut going on. You know, like when you're playing Animal Crossing on GameCube, and that's, like, the default hair for the boy character? He has that, but, like, out of ice.
Wait, why are you saying GameCube as if, like, you don't get the same haircut in New Horizons?
Is that the default,
or any other game?
In New Horizons, though, is that the default?
Well, there technically isn't a default. You get a randomly generated person.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting schooled.
It's an option.
Yeah. Well, so wait, what are we coming down on here? You know, PJ said Hermie's an narc, but also that Snow Miser's got bukkake.
I'm picking Frostman.
Snow Miser? I'm down with that.
Snow Miser is more iconic. He has a song, and that automatically gives him an edge.
Well, Hermie does have the Misfit song with Rudolph.
He can't claim that.
No, I agree.
What, he wants to be a dentist? What's the BFT, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Like, oh, I really wish I could have a higher paying job. You and me both, Hermie. All of us. Yeah, get in line. All right. George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. I think he's our oldest representative here from, what is this, 1930 or 40? 1946? That feels right.
Child.
And then we have Max the dog from the Grin. This is the best picture I could get of him.
Oh, Max.
Oh my God, me, Max.
So, PJ, you were there when It's a Wonderful Life was out in theaters, so you probably have a bigger connection.
We call them talkies.
We call them talkies. Yeah, we go there, go to the speakeasy after.
George, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh, Mary, you guys are voting over a dog?
Wait,
over a dog?
So here's the thing. I thought PJ was going to stump for Max, because I thought you were a big Max guy.
I am a big Max guy. I'm surprised that they're voting. The audience wants George.
Really? Oh, wow, you're right. I'm looking now. Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life is kind of whatever.
Oh, I love it. I actually kind of cried at It's a Wonderful Life. I only watched it first time a couple years ago. And it's like the story you've seen. I mean, it's the story that they go through a million times. But it's, I don't know, I find it lovely. It was really touching. Jimmy Stewart.
I mean, George got put in a shitty sitch, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, he also was the one that was like yelling at his children.
Yeah.
I
Max never harmed
expected
anybody.
all of these children to have a tie to this old movie.
They're children
in
with
a way
culture.
that's, like, heartwarming to me,
Yeah.
surprising to me, but also, like, for the first time, I don't agree. I like Max better than George.
I think Max is a sweet boy. I mean, look at him. Look at that face. How could you not love that face?
I want to know the origin story about how the Grinch got Max.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
What a good question.
Because, like, even though the Grinch has, like, a shitty heart of whatever Thurl Ravenscroft says, he loves a dog, you know? Like, he still has a soft spot for a dog in his life. So I think that is worth exploring. Grinch prequel.
Is the Grinch technically an animal?
I think the Grinch is a who. The Grinch is a who that's, like, corrupted. But in the 2000 movie, we just watched some of it yesterday, he comes down from the Pumbercella already green. So it's not like he like grew up and became green. He just started out that way.
Right. So I want to know, like, is the Grinch really a who?
I mean, he has like
the what?
Oh yeah, that's what they call him. They call him a what? That's what Cindy Lou Who's dad calls him. I mean, I personally err towards George Bailey, but that's I think regular GF is the tiebreaker.
Well,
because
see, George yells at his children. I can't get behind that.
I know he does, but he learns a lesson, right? He has like a whole arc.
But like it took him. That's what I'm saying. I find the story of like people losing everything to like realize what they have. That is so obnoxious.
Well, this was like one of the first ones that did it.
But I'm saying, like, is that not obnoxious? Like, how come you are so far gone? Like, George Bailey is so far gone that he has to lose everything to like realize, oh, I actually love my wife. Like, that's so silly.
I mean,
right?
Okay, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not.
You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, you're like all of our parents have yelled at us at one time or another. Did it make them a bad person? I mean, true, they didn't have to.
Okay.
Okay, they didn't have to lose everything to know that they actually love us. They just got frustrated. Correct. Right. Okay.
The him yelling at his children is like an additional point in the anti-George Bailey column.
I guess since I've only seen the movie once, I hardly even remember when I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying it doesn't stick out in my memory. I mean, he is also like just a guy, right? Like he's not like a Christmas icon in the way that. I mean, I don't know if Max is a Christmas icon, but like he's not a Frosty, he's not a Santa, he's not a Rudolph. He's just white man, you know. So it's like
I don't know.
Do we advance him over lovable old Max? It sounds like
I feel like he's a top 1% too.
No way, right? Aren't they struggling for money? Doesn't his stupid fucking uncle lose all the money or something?
Yeah, but that's because of incompetence.
Yeah.
I think on average Joe Schmo Day, George Bailey's the top 1%.
And then they fix it at the end.
Right.
Yeah, then he's loaded again. So like, what the hell?
All right,
like,
chat.
Oh, you almost had a hardship. You had one hard day where the consequences didn't really happen. Like
that's fair.
They didn't pan out. You were just really worried about them panning out.
Ugh. Got fucking George Bailey roasters on the panel. I'm sorry, chat. I wanted him, but I think we have to put Max through. I don't have an option. The panel's outmuscled me on this.
And listen, I love It's a Wonderful Life. I'm not anti the movie.
I don't think either of you are. No, you just prefer Sweet Little Max. Look at his face.
It's a tight race. I'm gonna pick a dog over a human almost every time. Every time.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next round. Moving on, keeping with the Grinch, we have two villains here. We have the Grinch, and we have Burgermeister Meisterburger. Oh, very zoomed in.
Ew.
This guy sucks, right?
Oh, like, why are we so zoomed in?
Yeah, I don't know. I had to
fix
fix
little
it.
Fists. What an angry little man.
Little twerp.
Fan.
My favorite thing.
What is the Grinch picture? I can't.
That's when he's doing his big ol' Grinch smile.
I know, but it's just funny.
My favorite thing about the Burgermeister is that in the special they like don't have enough time to really wrap up his arc, so they just say, "Oh, they kind of died out." Which, like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
that's family died.
That's what they say. Like, one of the kids is like, "What happened to the Meister Burgers?" And the narrator is like, "Yeah, so everyone found out that the rules were kind of stupid, and the Burgermeister just sort of died out." And that was it.
If you look at the Burgermeister, though, and if you, like, take off the fedora, and if you shave all the hair off, and if you really look at him, you could start hearing, like, this flat earthers are starting making sense. Maybe vaccines aren't so great. Next week on the pod, we have the worst person in the world, and he has a point.
You're so right. Joe Rogan Burger, yeah.
I didn't say Absolutely. That. I didn't say it.
I'm saying it.
I'm just pointing something out. I'm just pointing something out.
Meister Rogan Burger. Yeah, I don't love this guy. In the cavalcade of Christmas villains, he's up against the Grinch, which is the guy. So I think it's a pretty easy advancement there.
Grinch.
Yeah, the Grinch for sure. Jim Carrey, Thurl Ravenscroft. Wait, is that who voices him, or is that just the singer in the animated one? Do you know, PJ?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I want to say that he voices him and sings the song, but I could be wrong. How the Grinch. But you know what I forget? Maybe stupid, but like, the Grinch comes from a book. Like, he comes from a Dr. Seuss book from 1957, which I definitely read after I saw the special. Oh no, it's Boris Karloff is the Grinch / narrator, but Thurl Ravenscroft does the song. So there you go. But yeah, the Grinch, doesn't matter who's voicing him, who's depicting him. I think he advances over the Burgermeister. All right, next up we have another Santa, Scott Calvin / Santa Claus from The Santa Claus, Tim Allen, versus Cousin Mel from Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Another villain, another Christmas villain.
This is difficult.
Who the hell is this?
So
that's Cousin Mel.
So she's never seen Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and she's lucky for that. She's one of the lucky ones. It is this shitty, badly animated 2000 special that they would always air on, I think it was Cartoon Network is where they would always play it. As a kid, I thought it was fine. I watched it in like my later teens and was like, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. The patrons watched it last night. I guess they really like it. I think it's just so gross. And I always, like, the song made me sad as a kid. Like, it's based on the song of the same name. And as a kid, I hated the idea, because I would just picture my own grandmother getting run over by a reindeer. And that was upsetting.
Loved that.
Well, yeah, wait, I'm just now realizing, PJ, that we had this same exact bit when we did the Christmas.
It's not a bit.
The joke is that I liked my grandma. I like my grandmas, and PJ doesn't.
I have a difficult grandmother who is not a good person.
Right.
Who has done a lot of just objectively horrible things. So the idea of her just getting pommeled, not killed, like just the song suggests.
Yeah.
But like her getting amnesia and having to be Santa's problem for a while.
Right.
Wow. What a gift.
Yeah, that's fair. Ruthie points out that she only has 4 fingers. I'm guessing everybody
in the movie.
That's disgusting.
Most cartoons do.
Most cartoons. I'm sure Scott Calvin has 5 fingers. I don't know if that's an advantage. My thing is, I don't really care about the Santa Claus. I never really cared about it.
I love the Santa Claus, but I don't love Scott Calvin.
My god.
I haven't seen the new show, so maybe my opinion would be different.
Yeah.
But my biggest gripe with the Santa Claus was that, and I know that this gets addressed in the show, but for like 25 years, no one batted an eye at the fact that he killed Santa in the first movie and no one cared.
Right.
Like,
no one that's a big plot hole.
The show goes
and
into that, though.
I know that, like, yeah, I guess one of the biggest parts of the show is that they go into what happened to the first Santa. But they just didn't really care. They just didn't really care, and that bothered me. However, even though the second one, I think, probably has a much more problematic premise, the Santa Claus 2 is my favorite of the Santa Clauses.
What is the premise? That he has to get married?
Yes, the premise is that he has a year to get married or he loses his magic.
Right. And then 3 is what?
Jack Frost.
Right.
Fucking
tries to cancel Christmas or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he changes the past. It's actually It's a Wonderful Life, but with the Santa Claus and fucking...
Oh. Gotcha. Martin Short. Yeah, I don't know. I remember watching... I watched all of them growing up, and anytime, especially the first 2 were on, and I'm a young kid, mind you, but I was just kind of bored. I just never found them that fun. So, I don't know. Not that I care about Cousin Mel at all either, so I mean, what do you guys want to do? I guess I could tie break if it's a tie. Sounds like you guys...
I don't even know who this is, so
right.
I'm for Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
Okay. I guess to make the chat happy, I'll say Cousin Mel, but the Scott Calvin is advancing there. Alright, we have from the Santa Claus is Coming to Town Rankin Bass special, Miss Jessica, later on Mrs. Claus, there, and she goes up against Sandy Claus, the Santa from Nightmare Before Christmas. So my main thing with Miss Jessica here is that she has that trippy as fuck song sequence in the also in the town square where all these weird songs happen.
I love that.
And they cut it again. They cut that song out of the TV broadcast because it goes on for a long time and it looks like a drug.
What the fuck did they keep in the TV broadcast?
I know,
What's
right?
the point of having it?
If you
Not much.
Go to the Wikipedia page for the special. There's a whole section on what they cut for TV broadcast. Or I guess obviously it only ever aired on TV, but I guess later on, like after its initial heyday, they would start trimming stuff out for commercials. I don't particularly care that much about the Nightmare Sandy Claus. I mean, he's got like a different aura to him than many Santa Clauses do. Like he's like kind of all business, like stop fucking with me, like get out of the factory, like let me do my job. So that's kind of fun. Like it's a fun take that he's kind of just like focused on the job and not really doing this whole Christmas cheer bullshit. Like he's got presents to deliver, shit to make, lists to check, and Jack is there kind of getting in the way.
He's got receipts though, which I appreciate. Like
7
years ago, you were a little shit, and you told Riku that you didn't believe in me. Well, guess what? Santa remembers. The North remembers. The North Pole remembers.
Right.
But having said that, Jessica is a better character.
I think she's really fun. I think, again, drug trippy sequence aside, I think she ends up being like a quintessential Mrs. Claus. Obviously here she doesn't have the look yet, but she ages into the role. And I think, I'm not sure if, like with Mickey Rooney Santa, if the same actress voices her across the two specials.
I don't think so.
No. But I don't know, she's like, in her Santa Mrs. Claus form, she's like the first kind of Mrs. Claus that I think of.
She's a teacher, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she is a teacher. She
So like all due respect.
I think
teachers run this frickin' country, so
I think he calls her Jessica in the Year Without a Santa Claus, doesn't he?
That'd be...
Why do I feel like that's what happens?
I'm actually not sure. Well, you know what I don't like? Is there a couple, like an old-timey couple that calls each other, like, Ma and Pa or something?
Mother.
Oh, I hate that. Oh.
Kino just sent me...
get me my boots, Ma!
Yeah, I don't
Someone's
love that.
never called someone daddy, and it shows.
Listen, we're a babe couple exclusively. Kino just sent me the thumbnail for the treasure chest video, and it has like Zemnis with like some hot dude's chest on it. And I don't think I can have that in the thumbnail. That's really funny though. I'm gonna at least show the Twitch audience what I'm gonna call the prototype before I send this back to Kino, but it is very funny.
Oh my god, I can't believe he used that picture of me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how do you get that picture?
That is unacceptable.
My god.
This is really fun. Should I keep it? I just feel like, will it get buried because of that, or do you think it's okay? It probably doesn't matter, right?
Why would it get buried?
I don't know, like, will YouTube hide it because it's like, oh, we're showing this sexy chest situation.
There's no nip.
YouTube's algorithm,
there's no nip.
That's true, there's no nips.
YouTube's algorithm will be like, oh, those are Hawaiian rolls. That's brioche bread. That's not it. Those aren't tits.
Yeah. It's really well done. I like that Zeus is there too. His chest is out as well. The best treasure chests. Is this like Mariah Carey? Like, is that the lower half of the body? Like, what is this?
Oh my god, look at Presto's eyes.
I know,
that's so funny.
I love Presto's eyes.
Oh, god.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll keep it if you guys love it. I mean, I love it too. It's just that I was concerned about whether or not the chest is
No, I don't think. There's no nip. YouTube's not gonna know.
Alright. We haven't gotten there yet, Opal. We're getting there. Are you guys cool with advancing Miss Jessica then? She's a teacher, she's a hero.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're just in time, Opal. We have Buddy the Elf going up against Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I know Elf is a kind of a polarizing film for some people. I like Elf a lot. Like, Elf is like one of those movies I gotta watch once a year. I know some people don't find Will Ferrell funny. This is like an earlier Will Ferrell role, at least one of his earlier big ones. Scrooge, you know, we don't even have a picture for him because we just supplanted him last minute, and you know, what are we talking? Scrooge from The Christmas Carol from Charles Dickens, like the poem? Are we talking, like, I don't know, Scrooge McDuck?
It's a novella.
Oh, sorry, novella. For some reason I thought it was just a poem. We talking like Jim Carrey Scrooge in the 2009? Like, I don't know. It's just Scrooge generally as a concept. I mean, it's a classic character.
I think it has to be Scrooge as the concept. Like, there have been so many variants of Christmas Carol that we could do a separate bracket over which Scrooge deserves to be in the bracket.
Right.
I think, I don't know, like, I don't have a favorite Scrooge, but I do think that Scrooge is important.
He is important. He's way more important to the, you know, the spirit of Christmas and, like, Christmas media than Buddy the Elf is, for sure. Yeah. They're two sides of you know, of the Christmas cheer coin, right? Buddy is, you know, constantly happy and overstimulated and just, like, running around and, you know, epitomizing Christmas cheer, and Scrooge is the guy that doesn't give a shit and has to learn the lesson. So, like, I don't know, which one am I having more fun watching? I'm probably having more fun watching Buddy the Elf. And that's kind of what I'm judging on.
It depends on which version. There are so, like I said, there's so, like, Disney's Christmas Carol, Muppet Christmas Carol, Flintstones Christmas Carol is a lot of fun.
Yep. Listen, I'm just gonna
Scrooged.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen the Bill Murray show?
I haven't seen that. No.
Oh my god.
I've hardly seen any Scrooge media, which might have to do with why I'm, like, not that big on him here.
Oh god, I gotta do it. Gotta do a big watch along. Let's do it.
Well, I'm gonna put my elf foot down and say Buddy, but that's, you guys put your vote wherever you want. Sounds like PJ's more Scrooge build.
I mean, here's my thing. Like, I got mad at what's his name? George Bailey for being an ignorant man.
Yeah.
And I feel like Scrooge is also an ignorant man.
Yeah, and it's even worse because he's a rich fuck. You know, George Bailey, we said he's 1%, but he's not. Mr. Potter is the 1%. He's like the working man. So I'm even less inclined to give Scrooge a break here.
I'm just saying, if I have to keep my argument consistent, then I'm voting for Buddy.
Yeah.
But I also agree that Scrooge is more quintessential Christmas than Buddy the Elf. I agree with that too.
I agree. 100% Scrooge is more important.
Is A Wonderful Life just a Christmas Carol in a different wrapper?
Probably.
Yeah, isn't it? Right?
I think it is. I think It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not one to one.
Right, but it's a similar,
but the theme of, like,
not being there and seeing what the world is without you, or
I always thought that every time I saw It's a Wonderful Life, I was like, so this is just
the Christmas Carol. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, like, I was gonna compare the two, but I wasn't sure if they were. But yeah, they are pretty similar, aren't they? So.
I wonder if it's intentional or if it's on, like, the Wikipedia page or something.
But also, like, I think that I mean, again, depending on which version you're looking at, but I think that Scrooge's story is just kind of done better than George Bailey's. Like, I think that he's lived a longer life, and I'm not saying that this excuses his shitty behavior in Christmas Carol, but for him it's more consistent.
Yeah.
Like, he's been, like, a long problem. Like, this is like a comeuppance situation. There's, like, you really kind of, I don't know, you see his whole journey, and you do with George as well, but George is kind of like, if you weren't here, this would have happened.
Right.
You know, it's less about, like, how did you get here? Like, what was this all about?
Yeah.
Oh, it says here on Wikipedia, It's a Wonderful Life, produced, is based on a short story and booklet, The Greatest Gift, self-published, but whatever, which itself is loosely based on the 1843 Charles Dickens novella, A Christmas Carol.
Right. Okay, so we have confirmation there. Jackie says, because Scrooge has wealth but no friends or family, whereas George has no wealth but has friends and family, and he learns to recognize that. Yeah, so it's kind of like almost an inverse, if you think about it. George starts off with the stuff that is important, and learns how important it is. Whereas Scrooge has the thing that's not really that important. I mean, cynically it is, but in the Christmas context, money is the least important thing. And then he never gets a family by the end of the movie, but I guess maybe he has friends, or just generally a sense of community. This is all besides the point. I want to put Buddy the Elf ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry for the haters.
I'm going to take him out.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Next up, Rudolph of Red-Nosed fame versus the Martin Short Jack Frost. God, this is the easiest round of all, right?
Correct.
Jack Frost. No, I'm just kidding. He's fucking ruined that franchise.
Yeah.
Just ruined it.
I love Rudolph. Look at his little face.
She thinks I'm cute! I love that.
Oh, I love that.
So.
She thinks I'm cute!
God, she's so good at that. That's such a good impression. All right. Not even going to entertain Jack Frost. I remember watching that in the theaters.
Oh my god. Is your apartment just you guys back and forth going, she thinks I'm cute?
She thinks I'm cute! Yeah,
absolutely not.
Absolutely
no.
It is.
Oh my god.
We have, in the 4 seed, the Wet Bandits, Harry and Marv, versus Santa from Rudolph, the worst Santa. Again, I think this is a really, really quick matchup here.
We can't bring that Santa.
No, fuck this guy.
Skinny Santa.
How skinny he is.
Yeah.
That Santa's on Ozempic. Get out. Get rid of him. Gone.
His fingers. Ozempic. I'm sorry, I'm talking over.
No, he's got 3 fingers.
Ew.
Dirty.
He's not a skinny legend.
He's like, Ma, I'm hungry. She's like, well, eat. And he's like, no.
Eat one of the reindeer. Yeah. No, I don't like him. I love the Wet Bandits. I think, the qualms aside with Home Alone 2, I think, I always forget which one is which. Is it Marv?
Marv is on the left.
Yeah, he's really funny in Home Alone 2. He's like the highlight of the movie for me. But they're both great. I think they're a great evil Christmas duo. Get some more villain action in here. It is, again, villain versus villain here, because Santa Claus is the villain of Rudolph. So Wet Bandits moves on. Alright, this one's a tough one for me again, because we have Ralphie from A Christmas Story versus the Heat Miser. Oh, I love Ralphie. He is kind of a little shit as well. Kind of in that Kevin vein again. Maybe it's just that most little boys are little shits. That might be the through line here. Again, I already said my piece on Heat Miser. I love his design. I love his song. But these are both like big childhood Christmas movies for me. Especially with my mom. So, I don't know. I'm glad that we got the old man past the first round, so I'm willing to sacrifice Ralphie to push him down the slide. And to keep Heat Miser. No! Which, I don't even remember him smiling like this on the slide. It must be like a split second after he...
It's after he says like he wants the gun, and then he smiles.
Yeah. He smiles like this, and then Santa says he'll shoot your eye out.
And then the smile falls in a very prominent shot, and it's so funny.
And then so does Ralphie.
Yeah, so does Ralph.
Yeah.
God, he's not on here, but I love Randy, his little brother.
Oh, Randy's great.
Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie! And he hides under the cabinet. Oh, it's so good. So...
I'm Heat Miser.
Yeah, I think
Heat
Miser. It sucks, though, because... I think Ralphie is more so representative of the movie itself for me. But we have the old man. He's the more fun character, so I'm fine with putting Heat Miser through. Oh, we forgot to talk about the matchups if they were actually fighting. But Heat Miser would destroy Ralphie. It's not even close.
I don't know. Ralphie beat the shit out of that kid.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. He could channel his the Scutfark, beatdown, and destroy Heat Miser. I do think the Wet Bandits would lose to anybody, so they're just generally incompetent. Alright, our last matchup in the round of 32, we have Jack Skellington, which I think is fair to put on the Christmas bracket. We had Sandy Claus, so Jack is a Christmas icon in his own right. He goes up against the Winter Warlock from Rudolph. Or wait, no. He's from Santa Claus Coming to Town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He also gets to sing the One Foot in Front of the Other song, or rather he's taught that lesson by Santa and the Penguin. Yeah, he looks ready for bed. He does. He's not my favorite part of that movie, I will say. He's fine.
Jack is a better character, but hear me out.
Yeah.
The entire point of that movie was that he's not a Christmas character.
Correct.
That's true.
Correct.
That's true.
Like, he cannot win this bracket. The entire point of that movie was, this is appropriation, don't do it.
Yeah, yeah, stick in your lane. I never really noticed Jack's little teeth. Look at his little teeth.
Ew.
Right? You never really
He's
look
all
at that.
teeth.
No, but like obviously like you have like the stitch mouth, but like this.
I know, but he's got the little he's got
calcium.
little
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. I think for that alone, I might have to advance the Winter Warlock. No, like I knew he had teeth, but like I just never really noticed like how they look. Go ahead.
Didn't the Winter Warlock like save Christmas in that movie because he gives the reindeer magic?
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Gives them magic.
And it's like a whole thing of him learning his magic again because he loses it.
Right, because he's evil at the start, or he's like a curmudgeon.
Yeah, and he's like all snowy and stuff, and then it melts away.
Right, and they call him. He wants to be called the Winter Warlock or the Warlock, and I remember in the beginning they're like, "Can we call you Winter?" And he's like, "No." And then later on in the movie, someone calls him Mr. Warlock, and he goes, "Please call me Winter." What character growth! Such development. I love it.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at his fingers, bro. Look at his fingers.
Ooh, he's got really long fingers, and there's only 4 of them.
I mean, I like it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Santa had only 3, so...
And they were gross little stump fingers.
Oh, Jesus.
He does look cozy. Again, he looks ready for bed.
Rangabass was not consistent.
They were not consistent finger-wise, absolutely not.
Is this you? Because it just looks like he's ready for bed. Like, this is giving off major you.
Big beard, ready for bed, long, spindly fingers.
In 60 years, this is going to be you.
You're probably right. God willing, PJ. 60. Great. This is me in 61 years, probably, Jack Skellington.
Greater. Fabulous.
So, by PJ's argument...
And then I'll be over here looking like Jessica. And I'll be looking at this.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Jessica, Jack Skellington, the OTP. I guess by PJ's argument, it would be tough to advance Jack here because, like, it would go against the moral of the movie. Like, he's not a Christmas character. So...
Yes.
I guess it's the Winter Warlock.
Yes.
No nightmare representation in the round of 16.
Right.
It is what it is.
I mean, if we know that we're gonna knock them out, what is, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the point of advancing them?
That's true. Totally fair. I'm all about it. All right, we begin the round of 16. We'll start going a little bit quicker here. We have Frosty versus Kris Kringle from 34th Street. Okay, I think Frosty is the more iconic. He has a song. Kids these days know who he is. But do I prefer him over the 34th Street Kris Kringle? I do not. So I vote for Kris Kringle.
We have to have a Santa go the distance, and this is the Santa that we have.
I think he's the Santa. So, RGF?
I'm in.
Okay. Alright, so it will be. So much for me clicking these fucking boxes to advance them. It doesn't work on this bracket. I don't know why. Hero Girl versus The Old Man. 2 very generically named characters. Pretty easily The Old Man for me. This is an easier matchup than the last one. So, okay. We have, this is the Santa Claus Coming to Town.
The Old Man?
The Old Man is Ralphie's dad. That's like his official name, like in the credits, I think, or in the...
I guess we'll push Hero Girl out.
Over Hero Girl, I think it's an easy sort of argument there.
My god. Ridiculous.
I know that you have an affinity for Hero Girl because you both have minor scoliosis, but I think we...
no! Just so anti-women, you know?
Well, if you look in the background, like, that's regular GF behind Hero Girl.
Is it? Let me see.
Duh, I'm just reading my little book.
You do love to read, yeah.
She's like, I don't want any hijinks. I want to get where we're going at the time we're supposed to be there, get my hot chocolate, get my present, go home.
Let me just read my Santa book.
That would be her, though. She'd be like, I'm just going to keep my fucking head down, get on the train.
If I don't make eye contact, no one will point me out.
Yeah, no one will get me involved in the A plot. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Anyway, Hero Girl, sorry. Kris Kringle from Santa Claus Coming to Town versus Cindy Lou Who.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a rough one.
That is tough. Because I really do like this depiction of Santa. We do have a Santa already moving ahead. Cindy Lou Who. God.
I think Cindy.
I do too. I think especially factoring in the 2000 movie. I think she's really fun in that. Yeah, I'm assuming you're on board with that.
I'm moving Cindy Lou.
Yeah. I don't hate this Santa. He's one of the first Santas I think of, but I do prefer
I think he's a little bit
Kringle.
naive.
A little bit naive, this Santa, yeah.
He's not yet Santa. He's
Right.
He's not seasoned Santa.
Yeah, he's just Chris here. But he is a little dopey, you're right.
Oh my god.
He's blind to the ways of the world. Oh, down here.
Scroll bottom right corner.
Bottom right.
The squirrel and the rabbit, that's you and Pat.
Yeah, that's us.
Great.
Absolutely.
And we're looking up at PJ.
Yeah, that's you, PJ.
In awe. In awe and admiration.
Yeah. Tell us more about the 50s. Anyway. We have Snow Miser versus Max. I think it's got to be Snow Miser. I'm sorry, Max.
Oh, yeah, Snow Miser, for sure.
Yeah. Alright. You're outvoted, RGF.
No, I'm not outvoted. I'm just sighing.
Okay, you sighed, sadly, so I thought you were a big Max stan.
No. Snow Miser's great.
Grinch versus Santa Claus Santa. It's the Grinch for me, easily.
Ooh.
Easily the Grinch.
Yeah, Tim Allen can take a backseat.
Right.
Wait, didn't Scott Calvin lose?
Did he? I thought we advanced him. No, he was over Cousin Mel.
Was he against? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I gave a pity vote to Cousin Mel.
No, you said you were gonna... Yeah, I thought you were... Yeah, I thought it was Cousin
Mel. No, yeah,
because
you guys outvoted me, but I said pity vote for Cousin Mel. It was 2-1.
I didn't really care, but it doesn't matter because Cousin Mel couldn't beat the Grinch, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so the Grinch. Grinch moves on.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then who cares?
Right? No, I mean, listen, I'll let you guys discuss it. I thought it was obvious.
Wait, if the Yule log lapped, does that mean the Nutcracker played?
No, I skipped it.
Oh, okay. I can't hear it.
I might not have skipped it the second time.
What is this Nutcracker erasure, by the way?
I can't play the Nutcracker Suite on Twitch, or else it gets muted. It's stupid.
Got it.
Yeah.
That is stupid. You'd think that they would get the rights to it.
That would be like the last one that would get claimed, you'd think, but no. It's the only one.
I mean, it's super public domain. Surely there is a version of it that is not going to be claimed by some asshole.
I guess the one in Kingdom Hearts that plays in Dream Drop is not that, so what can you do? Are we pro Grinch?
I'm pro Grinch.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought that was I thought that was
Gotcha,
something.
okay.
Also, no Nutcracker characters on this bracket. I just realized.
I know nothing of the Nutcracker, I will say.
Oh, it's so great.
Characters?
It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
God.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Uncultured fucking swine. This is why. You know what? I'm gonna choreograph a new Nutcracker ballet, and it's all gonna be just Dancing Queen for 3 hours.
No.
No, the Nutcracker is a great little story. It's so cute.
I'm gonna do a poll. Did you know the Nutcracker had characters?
They all know. It's just you fucks.
I don't know. Charlie seem to know. There is notably the Nutcracker, says Jackie, which is fair. But yeah, I was cultured. I only knew of the Barbie Nutcracker.
Oh my god.
My sister watched.
I knew of like none of them, honestly.
Yeah. Next up, we have Miss Jessica versus Buddy the Elf. Okay, everyone said yes, but 2 people in the poll. 12 people said yes.
Well, one of them is going to be me, so...
There you go. Bump that up to 3. I feel like Buddy the Elf is going to have a harder time against Miss Jessica. I would still stump for Buddy. That's my man. He's just having fun. We have the same diet, so I spiritually connect to him on that.
Oh my gosh.
You know, he's supposed to be 30.
Yeah, that's crazy. I picked up on that last time I watched Elf, is that he's 30.
I don't believe that Will Ferrell has been 30 ever in his entire life.
Yeah, Will Ferrell was born as a 45-year-old. I am gonna vote for Buddy, but you guys do whatever you want. I like him. I'm sorry. I'm not a curmudgeon. I'm not a Scrooge.
I like Buddy too. But like to me, I just like feel like he doesn't embody Christmas to me.
I think of like the 2000s, he's your guy. Like if you grew up in the 2000s, he is the Christmas character.
Well, I think that Buddy is gonna like as the years go on.
Yeah,
Buddy will have more staying power.
I think he already does. I think he's already been canonized. I think he is part of the Christmas canon.
Yeah, I think it'll have to be Buddy, but I don't feel good about it. Like, I wish Ebenezer had gone through.
I don't love that Miss Jessica has to lose here because, you know, WHM, girl power rules. But I'm just a big elf guy. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry.
Girl power rules!
I refuse to apologize.
Well, honestly, I do feel like Elf has become a mainstay. Like, I feel like, not that it's a classic, that's too big of a word, but, like, it definitely has stood the test of time longer than I thought it would.
Right.
I think it will be.
I think I think it is a modern classic. I think it is. I'm trying to think of something else that's like of that era that you might also consider that. I'm struggling. I mean, I guess like the Santa Claus. That's like '94 though, but that's like a modern classic, right? If you consider the '90s modern, which you probably don't. I mean, even Elf is, you know, a 20-year-old movie at this point. So
right.
Yes, and
it still
features
gets
the incredibly rare blonde Zooey Deschanel.
Oh yeah, I grew up thinking that she usually was blonde because of that movie.
Yeah.
So creates some misconceptions. Next up, Rudolph versus the Wet Bandits. I like the Wet Bandits; they're very funny. But Rudolph is such a sweet little guy, so I kind of want to.
Rudolph makes Christmas happen. The Wet Bandits.
Yeah. They try to
get
stop
put in
Christmas.
jail.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
you'll
felons.
never be able to escape Rudolph.
Yeah. I guess Home Alone is another one you might consider like a modern classic. Again, it's even older. That's from 1990, but I think that stood the test of time.
That's older than me.
Yeah. Not many things are. I'm sorry.
Listen, Rudolph is just
right
Rudolph is a king for like just being able to overcome the odds.
Right. I mean, we love.
And I still have my gallbladder, so you know, laugh.
That's fair. That's fair. I am gallbladderless. PJ has more internal organs than I do.
Well, I mean, my tonsils are gone, and so
I do have my tonsils. So.
What can you do?
We're advanced Rudolph. That seems easy. Last in the round of 16, Heat Miser versus Winter Warlock, and you know, I think fire melts ice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Winter Warlock kind of got here through like a bye with Jack Skellington, but it's Heat Miser. Okay. The Elite Eight. What do we have here? Kris Kringle versus the Old Man. I stumped so hard for both of these, and now I don't know what to do.
I think Kris Kringle.
Okay, Kris Kringle is the Santa for me, but I'm brought more joy from the Old Man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at the death grip he has on this.
Oh, I wish that were me.
So, I think.
And you know he's the one that gets him the gun. Like
yeah,
mom probably was like anti doing that.
Mom had no idea. I think she knew it was a surprise present, but I don't think she knew it was the gun.
Yeah, on the count of three.
Right, so like the dad was a real one.
Yeah.
We all say it. 1, 2, 3. Regular Pat endorses children with guns.
All right,
yes!
never mind. Never fucking mind. We'll advance Kris Kringle. It's fine. He deserves it, right? Like, it makes sense. It should be him.
Yeah, he's legally Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's legally Santa.
You're going to have a hard time beating that.
Yeah. I mean, the Old Man, you know, we thankfully get, like, a picturesque version of him, but, like, he's an old white guy in the Midwest in the 30s. Like, he's probably not, you know, the cleanest of characters off screen.
He loved a lamp more than his wife.
Sure he did. He loved that lamp, so. All right. Cindy Lou Who versus Snow Miser.
No.
I mean, are we gonna have? Let's just think about this.
Are we trying to set up Snow Miser against Heat Miser?
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to do that. I think it would be a bit overkill to have both Misers in the final four. So, but I do think this matchup is better for the Miser than it is for the other Miser coming up. So I think, like, I don't think there's any way that Heat Miser goes ahead of Rudolph. That's the other matchup.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I also get more joy out of Snow Miser than any Cindy Lou Who appearance. So I would go Snow Miser here.
I'm more of a Cindy Lou girly.
Then regular GF, you're breaking that.
Why am I always the tiebreaker?
Because PJ and I inherently disagree on things. So you're
that's not true.
Yeah, that's like a constant.
It's not completely true, but
Oh, I mean, like, here's the thing. I feel like I relate more to Cindy Lou.
Yeah.
Because once upon a time, I was a sweet little Christmas bean, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what she is.
Yeah, a cherub.
And like, she's able to see past the flaws, or at least in the Jim Carrey one. Right. She's the one that's like, I want the Grinch there. He's not so bad. Yeah. She makes a whole fucking school project out of this man.
Mm. She can fix him. That's her goal.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like the Snow Miser, he's like, all right, I'll put snow on the town and whatever, but his mom has to tell him to do so.
That's true.
So like, I don't know, Snow Miser seems a little bit like a pushover.
Yeah. I'm fine if you want to advance Cindy, we can do that. I'm down with it. That's totally fine.
I'll never forgive you if you don't.
All right.
I'm moving. I want to vote Cindy.
She's in the final four with Kris Kringle. We have the Grinch versus Buddy the Elf. As much as I've stumped for Buddy, I do think it has to be the Grinch here.
Fatality. Yeah. Get him out of here.
Yeah. I know you guys have been waiting for it.
Yeah, but begging.
All right.
Sorry that you're a 30-year-old orphan. Me too. Bye.
Me too. Bye. Were you waiting for the whole bracket to say that, BJ?
No, that just came to me.
That's really good. Sorry, you're a 34-year-old orphan. Me too. Bye. We have Rudolph versus Heat Miser. Again, we just advanced the other Miser. I do prefer Heat Miser over Snow Miser, but you can't really go up against Rudolph. Big Rudy.
Rudolph.
Yeah. No, that's hard.
Yeah.
What
all right.
is this question?
Here we are in the final four. Thank you, Ribbonfly. I saw that. Appreciate that. I can't promise that we're going to do that.
I'm sorry.
I should probably have Vodka on the panel. I feel like...
you should have someone who's Jewish.
I need to have somebody of the Jewish faith to be on the panel. I can't do that with my, agnostic ass. All right. We have Kris Kringle versus Cindy Lou Who. I think it's got to be Kris Kringle.
It has to be Kris.
Yeah, you give it a good run, Cindy.
Look at this man. Look at this sweet man. God, he's also multilingual. He knows all the languages of the world. He can converse with any children who need Christmas presents. That scene in the mall where he's sitting there.
This time I'm not joking, Pat. Yeah. He really does kind of look like you.
What?
Look at the little button nose.
What? My nose is way smaller than that.
Look at the little button nose.
That's not a button nose.
He does not have a button nose, PJ.
Look at the Santa's little button nose. Look at it. Here's the thing about little button noses. When you turn old, they grow like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Give me a couple more years.
Back me up. He kind of looks like Pat. Same beard shape, same eyebrows, same eye shape.
Got way bushier eyebrows than I do.
Same smile.
All right, we're the same guy.
Look at it.
Is it nepotism now if I advance myself in the bracket?
You might as well.
All right.
I'm just having a conniption that I can't use Women History Month emote because I'm not subscribed.
Somebody should get a regular.
But also, wait, this is like totally off topic. Did the subscriptions for Twitch go up? There's no way they used to be $5.99.
Don't talk about that right now. It's Christmas season. Next, we have the Grinch versus Rudolph. That's actually really tough.
Ooh.
I personally get more joy out of the Grinch and the Grinch song, and really all things Grinch when compared to all things Rudolph.
Yeah.
Like, would I rather hang out with the Grinch? Yeah. No.
You do.
But the Grinch is just more fun. I'd rather hear the Grinch song over the Rudolph song. So, I'm going Grinch.
Honestly, I don't want to hear the Grinch song more than the Rudolph song.
You're not a big Grinch song guy, yeah.
Oh no.
I think it's you, PJ. I think it's you.
I think that Rudolph is more classic and iconic and more quintessentially Christmas.
Yeah.
So if that's the criteria, then Rudolph goes through.
The criteria is whatever you want it to be.
If it's joy, then it's the Grinch.
Right. So you pick your criteria.
I have to have a law of the land, and the law of the land is that we're talking about Christmas and what is most Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So because of that, I'm putting Rudolph through.
Totally fair. I respect it. Listen, I don't dislike Rudolph. He's a cute little guy, and he is going up against Kris Kringle from 34th Street.
Oh, Pat thinks I'm cute.
He thinks I'm cute. I think here it's Rudolph, right?
Really?
I mean,
Santa
I don't know.
Santa versus Rudolph?
I think the problem now for me is that, like, I've only seen 34th Street twice, and it was within, like, the last 5 years, so I didn't grow up with this character at all. Whereas Rudolph, like, I watched the special, I sang the song, heard the song all my years. So, I mean, I have more of a personal, like, familiarity with Rudolph. I mean, do I enjoy him more as a character than Kris Kringle? I do not. I do think he is more iconic as a character than this specific iteration of Santa. If it was, like, just an amalgamation of all Santa, right, then sure. Yeah. But this specific one, I don't know. So I err towards Rudolph, but I'm not by any means anti-Kris Kringle, and I could be swayed.
Well, here's my question.
Yeah.
We just said that this Kris Kringle isn't the definitive version of Santa, correct?
Yeah.
But we also had him in a bracket of multiple Santas, and that bracket was made of the most memorable Santas.
Oh, true.
So did we not pick him as the quintessential Santa?
I guess in a way you're right. We did. Like, he is our Santa rep this far in.
Right. Well, Kris Kringle is a separate character who was legally ruled to be the quintessential Santa.
Yeah.
Therefore, oh my God, it's Kris Kringle. He takes it.
Yeah.
Because he's legally all of the Santas.
You're right.
That is the point.
Yeah. And listen, again, when it comes to watching the movie, I'm having way more fun watching this guy than I am watching Rudolph, as cute as he may be. So yeah, I mean, I could, if we're going again by joy, which I've kind of been doing more so joy than whatever is most emblematic of Christmas. That's been my criteria. I get more joy from watching Old Man Kringle, so I'm totally fine with that. What do you think?
RegularGF gave me.
I always root for an underdog.
Yeah, he's a 5 seed. That's pretty respectable. Rudolph was a 1 seed. I'm totally fine with Kris Kringle being the winner.
I mean, GF was right though. This was our quintessential Santa.
Yeah.
Through joy, sure, but also through the law of the land, which
law
is
of Christmas.
The most Santa, the most Christmas. It's this guy.
All right. Well, for some reason I can't type it in, so here we go. Kris Kringle, he's our winner. I really didn't expect that to be the case, but I'm actually really happy with that. I think he's a more than deserving champion of the Christmas characters bracket.
Ribbon fly.
Rudolph gets bullied and Santa does not.
Not this Santa. Not gonna be happy no matter
this
what.
Santa would have stepped in way earlier. That's only fanfic, unfortunately, but I believe it in my soul that he would have done something.
Rudolph is also fanfic. Rudolph is not official canon. Rudolph is not in public domain.
That's true. It always pissed me off when they were doing Year Without Santa or Santa Claus Coming to Town, and all the kids, and I think it was the first one, Santa Claus Coming to Town, and they're naming the reindeer, and they pan over to Rudolph, and the narrator's like, "Oh, that's a story for another day," and I'm like, "Fuck you! Include him. Include Rudolph."
They couldn't include him because he was a late addition, and it doesn't make any sense. Come on.
I know. As a kid, I was always so miffed by that. I just thought it was disrespectful. But who's not disrespected? It's Kris Kringle, the definitive legal Santa. He won an Oscar, and now he gets to win this bracket. There you go.
Incredible.
All right. Well, thank you, PJ. Thank you, RegularGF, for doing this with me here. Get some holiday cheer in the air. We're ending a little bit earlier, but that's all right because I've got to get back to scripting. We are going to be back. No Thursday stream, but we will be here Friday for KH2. KH2 Platinum, and I think the trivia was what KH World or what KH game is this by Dendorado. So that is Friday. Pat, PJ, RegularGF, what ranger would you name and add to Santa's team? Shitzen.
What a bad joke.
I think it's great. I think he flies over all the towns and just has the runs.
Takes a
really
shit?
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people think it's chocolate, and they'll find out the hard way. It's not. That's Shitzen.
Is that coal in my stocking? No, it's Shitzen.
It's poop. Yeah. You guys can name your own if you want, but
I can't top Shitzen.
You can't top Shitzen.
I was going to say something like the fatty one, fatty, but
you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen and Fatty.
And Fatty.
Yeah.
Just fatty. I love me a fat reindeer.
Anyway, we'll be back Friday, KH2, and then Saturday, Sonic 06. I will be away for Christmas a week from today, so no Tuesday on the 24th stream, but we'll be back after Christmas on the 26th. So that's my schedule moving forward. I would like to have this treasure chest video out before I leave for Christmas, so that's my plan. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to my lovely panelists for working this out with me. You know where to find me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Blue Sky, Discord, and Patreon. Any last words, you two?
Zempic.
There you go. This stream is sponsored by Zempic. RegularGF, anything?
I can't top that. I got nothing.
Fair enough. All right. Be safe, be kind, be courteous. I'll see yous on Friday. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.